They keep cooking this nigga. Yo, listen, man. That 20v1 might be real. Easy to block cat to have a list of ops that's just gonna keep on opping and they not stopping. Let's talk about it.
The big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie in the bed, big homie show. Swoo. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie, hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome D-Boy, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go and tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hype this video. You comment, I comment back. It's the big homie. Act like you know me. Nieces and nephews is your favorite uncle at the barbecue. Yo, this man have a lot of ops and they ain't stopping. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. Easy, yo. I don't know what you did to them niggas. I know my valid reason as to why, you know what I'm saying, me and you got an issue, but these other niggas, they talking crazy. Now, what can he do about that? Can he get out of these situations? Did he put himself in this situation? Of course he done put himself in this situation. That's why he got some of the ops right now. That's why people are talking crazy right now. As I'm filming this blog right here, Jay Mills has his blog on Premiere talking about, guess who? Eazy the block captain. Shit is crazy. They just shooting at him. Shooting at him. See, the ARP joint, you put your foot in that one. You know what I'm saying? You ain't mind your business. You just wanted to talk crazy. Now you got show off as a op now as well. You know what I'm saying? You got wild people talking. Jay Mills. You just it's just the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? You got the whole Philly talking about you. You got NH talking wild. You know what I'm saying? You had to do a blog explaining about the NH joint. Why? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel a way about how NH is feeling? Because NH said he don't know you from a hole in the wall. So that shows the chinking who you are and your character, your business tactics, if you will. Me to adjust myself. It's do-rag bow. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they call me, do-rag bow. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here talking my talk and walking my walk. Anyway, so NH, who's a Philly legend in the battle rap circuit, pretty much said, you know, that Eazy had the diabolical plan to just use Philly rappers, take over, and dump them niggas by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. He admitted it via text message. All the diabolical plans that Eazy had came out to be exposed by other people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it just shows the character of who Eazy is as a person. You know what I'm saying? How he's going to go about things. Now, you see, Bill Collector, shout out to Bill Collector, man. You know what I'm saying? Free Bill. He's locked up right now, but, you know, free my man Bill. Bill Collector and Frozenberg, you know what I'm saying, who I even had a, you know, reconcile with my man Froze, pretty much were the first non-Philly cats to be embraced by Philly and be a part of that Philly wave and stuff like that. I remember those two from back in the days when they did Block City. You know what I'm saying? Even back then, they was claiming Norristown. They didn't say they was from Philly. They was claiming Norristown. I respect that, man. Respect to those two brothers and whatnot. But they came up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Norristown and Philly, they're connected. They're just right there. They're neighboring cities, if you will, or whatever you want to call it and stuff like. So it's the state of PA. I feel like it's all the same. But if you a Philly motherfucker, they're gonna be like, Debo, shut your ass up. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? We don't jack nothing but Philly. That's what Philly motherfuckers would tell you. So had he played, as far as, let's get to the easy part, had Eazy played it straight from the jump, told you who he was, where he's from, and all that, you know what I'm saying, he would have been accepted as a real one to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to battle rap, one thing that could get you by is those raps. You feel me? If you rapping good, you good in a book. As far as the fans and everybody else, as long as you rapping good, whether you a villain or a baby face, meaning wrestling terms, you know, a good guy, as long as you rapping good, they'll let you go with a lot of BS. A lot of BS. You feel me? No, I can name countless rappers that you know had a lot of scandals and talked a lot of dumb shit, but got away from it because they was good with the rapping. You know, so that's just like if you're a league owner. Shit, I know this situation. If you putting on great events, they'll let you go and they'll let you rock. But if you're not, they're gonna shit on you. They're gonna talk crazy about you and whatnot. Now, that's one good thing Eazy, the Black Captain, can get away from a situation if he's rapping at a high level, you know what I'm saying, as any battle rapper should. But here's the difficult situation right now. He can't get no battles. He can't get no battles to save his life. I mean, he probably can on a low tier or mid tier event or what have you, because he done said that, you know, people are calling him and stuff like that to get, you know, on a card. But I'm guessing it's, you know, battles that he probably don't want and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He wants the big names or names that probably, quote unquote, make sense to him to keep him up there. His name rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he may feel like he's the A side, but if you get a name up there, then he's going to be considered the B side and whatnot. But lo and behold, he can't get no battles. So now what people are doing? Now people are just sniping at him. Just sniping at him. You know what I'm saying? Now's the perfect time to get at this dude, you know, when they're kicking him when he's down, if you will. They're kicking him when he's down and whatnot. And I'm not gonna, here's one thing about Chris Unbiased. Salute to Chris Unbiased. You know what I'm saying? I seen his blog. Masterful blog. I like it. The only thing I probably disagreed with him on was when he said, you know, he feels sorry for Eazy. You know, I wish I had an R button. Oh, he said he feels sorry for Eazy. He said Eazy don't have no friends, which is kind of true. You know, Eazy paints this picture like he got day one from 20 years ago. He don't got no friends, bro. He don't got no friends. He don't got nobody that has his back, speak up for him, come out of nowhere and be like such and such. Now, if you think of Skull, Skull is still like a character he in our eyes that he just met. You know what I'm saying? He don't know Skull from like way back in the day and shit like that. No. And even if Skull says something, do we care? Do we believe it? Do we? No. Anyway, yeah, man. So, you know, I have my own theory, my own assumption, if you will, that will rival what my man Chris Unbiased said, right? I get the friendship thing, but also too, how this kid was raised, or if he was raised, you know, to have morals, integrity, values, so on and so forth. You know, are these poor decisions that's being made by this man is due to not being raised right? And now when I say that, am I giving a shot to Big Tone? Meaning his pops? No disrespect. No disrespect whatsoever. But, you know, you gotta consider the thing of, yo, when you raise good kids and stuff like that, somewhere down the line, those good teachings and knowledge and all that stuff is gonna come into play, and you're gonna have kids that's gonna make the right decision and lead themselves towards the righteous path, right? This man was on the cusp of having it pretty much all for himself. You know what I'm saying? And there's so very few motherfuckers in this game that could, you know, get to that door to open it and be like, I'm the man. You understand what I'm saying? He had that opportunity in front of him, and that's been squandered by poor decisions. You understand? By poor decisions. Like I said, I think I've reiterated from a blog I've done a couple of days ago that had he stood with URL, he'd have been considered the man. You feel me? Because one thing we won't take away from Eazy the Black Captain is he's a damn good battle rapper. You don't even try to front. Yes, he is. He's a great battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? So having an organized situation such as a URL who can make things happen for you. Only thing you need to do is provide the talent. Come over here with the talent. Come over here with the talent. We'll provide the organization and the coverage and putting you out there in the front to make it look as if you're one of the top 3 representing our brand. You know what I'm saying? URL had those resources and power. So now you think in your head, why fuck that up? You know what I'm saying? Not saying myself, but I'm saying I'm just talking in the vein of if you know what I'm saying, if it was easy, why mess that up? You got a Beasley, which is he does great business. You got a Smack, who's good in the streets when it comes to the entertainment street stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? You got a great brand behind you. You know what I'm saying? And plenty, when I tell you, of talent that he could have battled. Ill Will came back. He could have battled Ill Will. He could have got that Tay-Rock battle had he handled the situation better than he has handled it. You know what I'm saying? So how did we get here? Well, we got here by arrogance, ignorance, and stupidity, all wrapped up in one. You know what I'm saying? When Sugar Mama told him the world is yours, he believed that shit. Sugar Mama told him, yo, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I got the bag. Every battle you do, I'm going to give you like 40 and better. Don't worry about it. I got the bag. You know what I'm saying? We good. You don't need URL. You don't need them. We good. We got the biggest platform. Clone 23. Matter of fact, you know what? To throw it in, I'm going to give you your own battle league, which is the trenches. Just talking to the people in the back. They can't hear me. But that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Mama made him believe that he was the man and don't have to worry about nothing. She got the bread to make him, you know what I'm saying, to cover those that bread he was going to get at URL. Not only was he getting the bread, he was getting the box. Two for one. Why not? That's what made him lose his mind. You know what I'm saying? So a person with that immaturity couldn't see the forest from the trees. He sat back and said, you know what? I could have Sugar Mama, and on top of that, I could be on top of the world and have my own YouTube drops, have my own money, and you know what I'm saying? I just went to the Hot 97 party and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, she gonna make me have a good look. I'm way short. Yo, nah, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Didn't even tell URL, just dipped and made it look like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to feed my family. So what? What are you talking about? So now we're here in 2026. Because this was like 2-3 years ago. It sounds like a long time, but trust me, shit comes around fast. So now you got all these people just shitting on him. Now you got to ask yourself, you know what I'm saying? Is it all these people all the time? Is it they just haters? Or all these people that's messing his name up and shitting on his name, are they haters? All of them? It can't be. It can't be. So now, as a logical person, sometimes you got to sit back and say it's got to be him. He's got to be the cause of something. Something. You feel me? Situation with Texago, where he took his battle down. Same thing with Zan. You know what I'm saying? The incident or the situation with Muslim Poppy. You know what I'm saying? That had his back when the two Clean Jones came around, held him down. Now this him and Fro shit back and forth. Now him and Show Off, him and ARP. You know what I'm saying? Multitude of people and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it messed up. A lot of these bloggers low-key don't like him either. How would I know, Devo? Because I be behind the scenes on the phone with these niggas. They be, I don't like son. I don't need to give out no names. That's not my body. I don't do that. But a lot of these bloggers don't like son either. people he probably think he's cool with, don't fuck with him. Can he fix this? Is this fixable? By all means, I say yes. Anything's fixable, but how can you fix it? Now y'all know where I'm gonna go with. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Of course, y'all seen the Beasley blog. Beasley's like, yo, if he apologized, kiss the ring, so to speak, and say, you know what I'm saying, were the reasons why he messed up and all that in public and it wasn't URLs for, shoot a beeline right back to URL, get on that stage and get busy. Should he do that? I mean, it will solve a lot of his problems because what he desires is to battle at a high level. That apology will get him there. What he desires is to get a bag. That apology will get him there. You know what I'm saying? What he desires is to not really be hated on because he's talking about he accepts himself as a villain. He don't accept himself. I know villains that accept themselves as a villain. They don't give a fuck. He wants to be the hero. He liked that hero feeling, especially in between the time of him and Hitman Holla when they battled. He was at the very top, at the height of his shit. Anything else was just downhill, respectfully. He want all those feelings back, all those things. And he can get it by just going public, doing a blog right now and putting on his Eazy the Block channel joint. Yo, you know what, man? I was acting like a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? I was bugging, you know what I'm saying? I was bidding, I was doing all this, you know what I'm saying? Not for nothing, man. URL, man. Yo, man, come on, man. You know, and do all types of sorries and apology, you know what I'm saying? Even shed a tear. Shed a little tear, why not? Beasley would take you right the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? Smack would be like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, nigga had to apologize to get it back on the brand, but you know, we got it. We here. And then there you go. It's gonna be Eazy the Block Captain versus J2. Let's go. And I don't mean that as disrespect to J2, because J2 will smoke him. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. And how would that look for the locker room of the URL brand? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will probably feel a way about it. But it's Chico's, Beasley, and Smack's business. They can't say nothing about that. What they gonna do? Leave? Like, only person they have to be, you know, wary of concerns for is Tay-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Will Rock accept that? No, Rock probably would accept it, but like, yo, keep him away from me. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm not battling him still. Or they'll probably give Rock such a bag and buy him a house and a trip to Puerto Rico that Rock won't take the battle. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna smoke him. But it's got to be at URL. Yo, kid, take my advice and take it twice. That Beasley offer, you better think long and heavy about that. You feel me? Because that might be your last stop to get anything back to where you want it to be. You feel me? Rumors out there that you and Sugar Mom ain't rocking no more. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't give a fuck, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's where all your superpowers came from. That had to deal with battle rap. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with that situation as far as you and Sugar Mama, you threw that in everybody's face. That's why you want it so public. You know what I'm saying? The situation where you hit show off talking about, yo, you know what I'm saying? I wanted my situation to be like Calissa Shields and Pat and shit when it comes to me and her. That's not gonna never happen. She ain't going back to that. That's not gonna ever happen. You feel me? So what do? Well, being the selfish opportunist that you are, you think about yourself. That's what you're good at. That's what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? You could take the backlash, pause, if you will. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could put up with it if it gets you to what you want and what you desire. That's what you're good at. Why don't you do it? You know what I'm saying? A smart person wouldn't have been there in the first place. Where you at right now? Getting dumped on and shitted on. You know what I'm saying? But this is you. You know what I'm saying? This is how you handle things. This is how you put things in perspective and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You've been ousted by a whole lot of people and shit. I don't be there every day to know your everyday life and who you speak to, who you rock with, and all this stuff like that. But it just don't look good. Not to the way you want it. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself that question. That mirror will tell you the truth. If you're not listening to me and all these other people that's telling you about yourself, tell yourself about yourself. One thing about the mirror, and when you're looking eye to eye to yourself, it never lies. It tells you the truth every time on who you are. This 20v1, man, is crazy, but it's deserved. You know what I'm saying? If I, listening to what Chris Unbiased was saying, he feels sorry for him and shit like that. I don't. You know why I don't? Because he put himself here. If this wasn't warranted, if people were just picking on him and getting at him crazy for no real apparent reason, then I'll probably be like, yeah, nah, y'all bugging the fuck out. But we seen it in real time, the shit that he does. And it's ever also corny. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's low-hanging fruit. You could pick on him all day. You could be a person that that don't know Eazy from a fucking hole in the wall and just do blogs and videos on him and shit. He's given us this material. At this point, you can't write this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this shit up. So, man, listen, that's your best line to go with. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why Beasley gave you that olive branch. Beasley crazy because he know him. let us see on you. Let us see you on one of these URL cards, man. It's gonna be an uphill climb. You feel me? A lot of people not gonna be jacking that. But my last thing to say is, this is not what I'm looking for to happen. But if you ever cross paths with you and ARP, and if ARP punch you directly in your mouth, I wouldn't be mad at him. You deserve every hand and foot you get for talking that ish shit. I'm just saying, that applies for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't be mad at it because I feel like you took it too far when you did all that. That was extra. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't see the reason as to why those words was warranted towards that grown-ass man. Get it together, brother. These are your last days, man. If you ever want to put yourself back in pocket to try to get to the road of being legendary or being considered at least a top tier, because he's not a top tier to me. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas is talking about. He's not a top tier. He was on his way to getting there, but he's not a top tier. Just because y'all looking at the toxicity and the drama and the news and the headlines and all that has nothing to do with battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll look at the people he battled. And if you want to look at the record from his past couple of battles, you know what I'm saying? He got some losses on it. I say he lost to Clips. I say he lost to John. I say he lost to Shotgun Sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? And shit. But with that said, man, yeah, man, I might get a K off this one. So thanks again, Eazy. I do appreciate it. He talking about me. He talking about me. The numbers go up. The numbers go up. And he talking about me every time. You motherfucking right. And they gonna get. I'm not gonna be the only one, so I don't feel so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's talking about this shit, and they ain't talking about it in a good way. That's the thing you gotta understand. If they was talking about you like you were a legend, like you had nigga, like you know what I'm saying, then okay. But they not talking about you in that aspect. They talking about you. It's like a fucking case study. like why you just be doing the shit you doing? It's just unfathomable. But with that said, like, share, subscribe. It's the big homie. Act like you know me. You know what's up.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe where you go and tell a friend.